Salutations, gooders and goodettes, fellow people of culture out there. Today, I came to discuss a very important topic to my heart, to the heart of many people out there, and it is tacos. And as promised, I have brought the KFC tacos. They're a bit soaked. This fucking spilled my drink. Yeah, you fucking can't. Okay, here we go. And you know, I wanted to do a little yap session here because some people don't seem to understand that French tacos simply and purely are superior to these Mexican tacos. But before we get to the yap session, a mandatory degustation is due here. So the concept KFC did here is a little bit interesting. So what they did, let me just show you a little bit. They're kind of fucked up because I worked like an hour with them. They're still kind of hot. Here we go. Here's what we're working with, fellas. So what they did is that there's like a soft tortilla here, and they've like glued it using tomato sauce to a crunchy tortilla that is like red. I can fucking use camera. Right here, there's like salsa and stuff, and there's like a singular chicken tender in there. Which I mean, you can't really fail this shit. There's like carrots and stuff. I mean, vegetables, am I right? So you know what? Mandatory degustation. Let's get this done real quick. I simply feel like it's mid. Like, if I compare this shit to the other tacos I had like a couple months back, those were way better. I mean, I don't really understand the point of the double tortilla. I mean, I guess they're called double tacos, but it's like, I mean, why? Just why? There's like no reason to mix these two. But it's not bad. It's a fucking chicken tender in a tortilla with some vegetables. Like you can go wrong with that. I feel like it's just mid, really, to be totally honest. But not bad, not bad. Mm, mm. In general, to be honest, they're way less pricey than the other ones. I paid $10 for a whole menu with like two tacos, like a bunch of fries in here in a bag that's fucking soaked in lemon cola and a drink that half of it spilled. But fuck it, we ball, I guess. Which, if I remember correctly, the last ones I bought, I paid 15 or 13 euros for like three small tacos. I'd say these are bigger than those first ones. Okay, I don't exactly remember, but I'd say they're bigger. And if I compare this to a French taco, I think it's like around the same price. You can get a menu with a medium to large, even large. I think you can get some large French tacos menus with drink and fries as well for like $10. So I'd say it's pretty equivalent. You do get like way more food with the French taco, and you have a lot more options. So I'll still stick with the French taco over this, but you know what? I mean, I don't really adhere to this concept of soft shell glued to hard shell. Like, wait, let me just remove the soft shell just to see how this shit goes. And I'm definitely like, in terms of soft shell versus hard shell, I'm definitely a soft shell enjoyer. I do not really enjoy hard shell tacos. Like the concept itself is kind of mid. Oh, I understand wanting to have some crunch in your tacos, but I feel like this is not the way. Hard shell tacos are pretty mid, in my opinion. One thing I would like to note though, that I'm gonna show the advertised way these tacos are supposed to look, and they're pretty close. So what, for once that fast food advertising doesn't fuck you in the ass. You know what? I respect KFC for that, and yeah, I guess it's okay. I mean, it's of course not exactly the same. The the one in the advertising looks a lot more appetizing and looks a lot more equal between the crunchy and soft tortilla. But I stay close enough. I respect it. I respect it. But yeah, not bad in general. So you know what? On that note, fellas, I propose we go to future me in a couple of minutes. It's gonna discuss to you and finally close this fucking subject against Elena and the other Mexicans. About why specifically in France and maybe even in the US. I don't know 'cause you guys don't have French tacos there, so you can't really make a comparison. But I can make a comparison for here in France to explain to you guys why the fuck French tacos are better and why there's literally practically not a single taco place here in France. Like I live literally in the biggest city in the east of France, and there are exactly a single place that serves tacos on their menu. Like this one doesn't really count because it's like an events item thing. So yeah, man, let's go. It's just fuck it, we ball and go to me in a couple of minutes. It's gonna explain historically to guys why French tacos are better. Simply, at least in this context, because I can't really judge true Mexican tacos like this. This is fucking a tender in a tortilla. So you know what? Fuck it, we ball. I'll be right back to you. So to like wrap up this topic about French and Mexican tacos, I would like to, bring some cultural and historical perspective on why exactly are Mexican tacos so unpopular here in France. And it's one of the main aspects is immigration and uh, immigration and colonialism. So first of all, you guys need to understand that uh, French tacos are mostly a North African invention. It's like North African immigrants that came to France, mainly the city of Lyon. That's where, I mean, it's considered the culinary capital of the world. I mean, eh, I don't agree with that statement, but who the fuck cares? But s- so these North African immigrants created this thing they called a French taco. I mean, my personal theory, because I think it's not really clear why it's called a French taco, but when discussing this with some friends and family, I came to basically understand that they don't like Mexican tacos because they're just not easy to eat. This might sound fucking retarded, which it kinda is. I mean, you can just buy that shit. But whenever I ask a family member, why when you make tacos, you make French tacos and not Mexican tacos, they always say, oh, they're fucking hard to eat. When you eat from one side, it smells from the other. So the way I thought about it is that probably this guy wanted to make tacos, but people didn't like them because they're not really they don't have much utility in the way of how you eat them. So the way he thought was like, oh, I'll just make a burrito basically, just make a taco and close it, which is in most cases what French tacos are. So that's one point. The second point is this invention goes back to the 90s to 80s, meaning it's very old. And considering the fact that importing Mexican stuff from the US has been pretty recent in most of Europe, it means that basically the Mexican tacos came to head with these French tacos that have been here for literally tens of years. And it's not really a fair competition because, in my heart, in my personal view, French tacos are simply better at what they're doing than Mexican tacos. So let me explain. To the root of it all, a taco is supposed to be food for people, for like workers. People, that they do a 9 to 5 at a construction site. They go, they just get some cheap food that fills them up, and they're good to go. And I simply feel like here in France, at least, a French taco is cheaper and more filling. So it excels in both roles better than a Mexican taco could ever. And that's why there's also like this aspect is in my heart what's mainly keeping the Mexican tacos back. If Mexican tacos were cheap, if they were filling enough to the point where, you know, you'd think about it like, why would I buy a French taco when the Mexican taco is, cheaper and healthier? But yeah, it's simply not the case. French tacos are just excel in every domain, even in taste. I mean, as I said, I can't really judge Mexican tacos because I haven't had the real Mexican tacos, but the ones I've had, I mean, French tacos are simply better, and you have more options in how you want to fill them. Just like there's so much more going on with a French taco than a Mexican taco that there's just no reason really to ever go for a Mexican taco over a French taco, especially considering the price. I mean, I feel like in most cases, if you're a French person and going to buy Mexican tacos, it is simply and purely because of the novelty. There's no other reason that would push you to buy these Mexican tacos. So, in conclusion, French tacos are simply better. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah.